I still remember the moment my sister told me to leave her wedding. Not because I'd done something wrong, not because I'd caused a scene, but because she said I looked too pretty. At first, I thought she was joking. Then I saw her face and realized she wasn't. That day broke something in me I didn't even know could break. But it also set off a chain of events that would change both of our lives in ways neither of us ever expected. Hi, my name is Jessica. I'm 28 and I work as a makeup artist and esthetician in Austin, Texas. I've been doing bridal makeup for 6 years. Soft glam, natural skin, the kind that makes a woman look like the best version of herself, not like she's wearing a mask. I love my job. I love making people feel seen, confident, beautiful on the days that matter most. Ironically, that's exactly what got me banned from my own sister's wedding. My sister, Alyssa, is 2 years younger than me. We grew up in a quiet suburb outside Dallas. Same room for most of our childhood, same hand-me-down clothes, same parents who always said, "You girls are each other's best friends." For a while, we were. We'd braid each other's hair, share secrets under blankets with flashlights, cry together when our first boyfriends broke our hearts. But somewhere in high school, things shifted. I got taller. My features sharpened. I stopped breaking out. Alyssa stayed sweet-faced and petite, but she also started comparing herself to me. Constantly. Why does your hair hold curls better? How come guys talk to you first? Mom says you got dad's good genes. At first, I thought she was joking. Then I realized she wasn't. By college, it was a quiet war. Not loud, not cruel, just tension. Like walking on eggshells every time we were in the same room. Still, when she called me last year, voice trembling with excitement, and said, "Jess, I'm engaged, and I want you to be my maid of honor," I cried. I thought this was it, the moment we'd finally reconnect, heal, be sisters again. I said yes before she even finished the sentence. For months, I poured everything into her wedding. ... I helped her pick her dress, sat through 3 fittings at a boutique that charged $300 just to try things on. I organized her bachelorette weekend in Sedona and paid for half of it when 2 bridesmaids backed out. I even offered to do everyone's makeup for free on the big day, just to make it special. She said no. "I want a professional," she told me. "No offense, but it's too important to risk." Ouch, but I let it go. Then came the dress fitting for the bridesmaids. There were 4 of us, matching blush pink gowns, satin, off the shoulder, elegant. When I put mine on, the seamstress gasped. "Oh my gosh, it looks custom made for you." Alyssa didn't say anything, but her smile tightened. Later that night, she texted me, "Hey, can we talk about your makeup for the wedding? I was thinking maybe go really natural, like barely there." I replied, "Of course. I'll keep it soft, just enough to look good in photos." She wrote back instantly, "No, I mean, like, no eyeliner, no contour, maybe just mascara and lip balm." I stared at my phone. She's serious. I typed, "Alyssa, I'm your sister. I'm not trying to steal your spotlight." She didn't answer for 2 days. When she did, it was a voice note. "I know you're not trying to, Jess, but you know how you are. People notice you. And this is my day. I just want to feel like the most beautiful woman in the room. Is that so wrong?" My chest ached. Because no, it wasn't wrong. But asking your sister to make herself invisible so you can feel secure? That's not love. That's insecurity wearing a veil. Still, I agreed. "Fine," I texted. I'll wear nothing but moisturizer and chapstick. She sent a heart emoji. I didn't respond. The wedding weekend arrived. It was at this gorgeous vineyard outside Fredericksburg. Rolling hills, fairy lights, $200 a plate catering. Alyssa had spent nearly $180,000. Her fiancé, Mark, came from Old Texas. His family owned ranches and oil leases. I arrived Friday night for the rehearsal dinner. Wore a simple black dress. No makeup except tinted sunscreen. Hair in a low bun. Alyssa hugged me, tight but stiff. "You look calm," she said. I smiled, trying to be. That night at dinner, Mark's mom leaned over and whispered, "You're the sister? Wow, you two don't even look related." Alyssa's fork clinked against her plate. I just said, "Genetics are funny like that." But inside, I was screaming. Saturday morning, wedding day. I woke up at 6 a.m., did my skin prep like I always do. Cleanser, serum, moisturizer, SPF. Then I sat in the bridal suite with the other bridesmaids, watching the hired makeup artist work on them. When it was my turn, the artist looked at me and said, "Wow, your skin is flawless. I'll just add a little blush and gloss, okay?" Before I could answer, Alyssa stepped in. "No," she said firmly. "She's not wearing anything. We talked about this." The artist blinked. "But she's in the wedding party. She'll look washed out in photos." "It's fine," Alyssa said, eyes locked on me. "She's fine." So I sat there. No makeup, no highlight, no definition. Just me, pale, tired, with dark circles from crying the night before. The other bridesmaids avoided my eyes. They knew. At 3 p.m., we got into our dresses. I zipped mine up, smoothed the fabric, and turned to the mirror. And honestly, even with no makeup, the dress looked stunning on me. The cut accentuated my waist. The color brought out the warmth in my skin. I looked radiant. Not because of makeup, but because I was happy for my sister. Or at least I was trying to be. Then Alyssa walked in. She saw me. Her face went still. She turned to her wedding planner and said, voice low but sharp, "I need to speak to Jessica. Alone." We stepped into the hallway. "Jess," she said, arms crossed, "you look too good." I laughed, actually laughed. "What?" "You're glowing. Your skin, your hair, it's like you're lit from the inside. Everyone's going to stare at you during the ceremony." "Alyssa, I have no makeup on." "I know. That's the problem. You don't even need it." Her voice cracked. "I spent $5,000 on my glam team, and you look better with nothing." I stared at her. "Is that really what this is about?" She looked away. "It's my day, Jess. I can't handle it if people are looking at you instead of me." And then she said it. "I think it's best if you don't walk down the aisle." My breath stopped. "You're asking me to not be in your wedding?" "I'm asking you to step back. For me. As a gift." "A gift?" My voice trembled. "You want me to disappear so you can feel pretty?" "I want to feel like the bride," she whispered. I nodded slowly. "Okay." I went back into the suite, took off the dress, folded it neatly, and handed it to the wedding planner. Then I walked out, still in my slip, barefoot, no coat, into the October chill. No one followed me. No one even came to say goodbye. I sat in my car for an hour, crying so hard I couldn't see. Then I wiped my face, started the engine, and drove to my Airbnb. That night, while Alyssa danced under string lights with her new husband, I sat on a porch swing with a glass of cheap wine and scrolled through my phone. And that's when I saw it. A photo posted by Mark's cousin on Instagram. Alyssa in her wedding gown, beaming, surrounded by her bridesmaids, all in matching pink dresses. Except one spot was empty, right next to her, where I should have been. The caption read, "Missing one, but the day was perfect. #BrideTribe." I screenshotted it. Then I opened my laptop. I'm a makeup artist. I know lighting. I know angles. I know how to make a face pop. But more than that, I know how to tell a story. So I wrote one. I posted it on Reddit that night. Title: Kicked out of my sister's wedding for being too pretty. So I posted the truth. Now it's blowing up. I told everything. The years of comparison, the makeup request, the dress, the empty spot in the photo. I included 2 pictures, me in the bridesmaid dress, no makeup, just natural light, taken by a friend before the wedding. The Instagram photo with the empty space. I didn't name her. I didn't tag anyone. I just said, sometimes, the people who should love you the most are the ones who fear you the most. Not because you're threatening, but because they've never learned to love themselves. I hit post, went to bed, woke up to 12,000 upvotes. By noon, it was on r/true off my chest, r/entitled people, r/2X chromosomes. News outlets were DMing me. Makeup brands offered me sponsorships. Alyssa found out by 2 p.m. She called me, sobbing. "Jess, take it down. Everyone's calling me a monster. Mark's family is furious." I said quietly, "Why? Did I lie?" Silence. "You asked me to vanish so you could feel beautiful," I said. "But real beauty doesn't need to erase others to exist." She hung up. I never took the post down. The fallout was complicated. Some people called me petty, said I ruined her wedding, but far more said, "This is why I don't talk to my sister anymore." I've been there. Thank you for saying it out loud. My Instagram grew from 2,000 followers to 80,000 in a week. I got booked solid for bridal season. Clients now say, "I want to look like you in that bridesmaid photo. Natural, confident, real." Alyssa and I haven't spoken in 11 months. Last I heard, she and Mark are working on things. Her mom sent me a letter saying I broken her daughter's heart. But here's what no one talks about. My heart was broken too. Not because I missed the wedding, but because I finally understood. She never wanted a sister. She wanted a shadow, and I refused to be one. Now when I do bridal makeup, I tell my clients, you don't need to dim your light so someone else can shine. True love doesn't ask you to disappear. And sometimes when a bride looks in the mirror and says, "I feel like the most beautiful woman in the world," I smile and say, "Good, because you are." Not because of the makeup, but because she finally believes it. As for me, I'm planning my own wedding next year. To a man who says, I'm stunning even when I wake up with bedhead. And you better believe my sister isn't invited. But not out of spite, out of peace. Because some wounds don't heal with time. They heal with distance. And sometimes the most powerful revenge is living so well, so brightly, so unapologetically, that the person who tried to dim you can't even look you in the eye anymore.